All right, welcome back, everybody, to the US Open night session. And we've got two epic matches. One between Djokovic and Norrie, which, if you've known the history, it's history. And Fernandez Sabalenka, which hopefully Leylah can compete and doesn't get overpowered by Sabalenka. It's a rematch of the US Open in 2021, the semi-finals as well. So 4 years later, they play again. But yeah, let's see how it goes. We do have two ladies matches going on at the moment. We've got Krejcikova against Navarro. Navarro just won the first set. And Lee is just about to take Hon out as well. Also, since we've been gone, Tiafoe went down to Struff in straight sets. So that sucks. Also, Fritz, Mahach, and Andreeva and Townsend are going to come up later. We might watch Andreeva Townsend. I'm not sure yet. We'll see how this goes. If this Djokovic-Norrie match is a bit of a snooze, then we might add the other match on as well. But we'll just wait and see. Because I do kind of I really do kind of want to watch that match. But if this match goes for 4 hours, I'll just watch on my own. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. If both these matches don't live up to any hype, then we can add that extra match. Because I would be shocked if Townsend and Andreeva was boring. I'd be so shocked. Something's going to happen in that match. Not negative, but something it's going to be interesting. Something, there's going to be, the crowd are going to be part of it. It's going to be a whole thing. Even more so, the crowd, when she walks out, Townsend, to this crowd, she'll get a standing ovation. It's going to be a whole, thing. And then Andreeva's going to deal with that, so. But we'll see what happens. We'll see. Is the bakery open, Cam? I didn't go to the bakery. I stayed home. I didn't leave the house. Last hour and a half, I just stayed inside. I just hope Norrie can make it interesting. Yeah, I think so too. I think, he can. He has, yeah. But let's see. Let's see what Norrie's got. Will Norrie open the bakery today? Possibly. I mean, that's a possibility, for sure. All right, Sabalenka on the court. She's asking... By the way, Sabalenka doesn't play on this court. I don't know when the last time Sabalenka didn't play on center court. Probably a couple of years that she didn't play, center court. So she's asking where the coach's box is. She's like, where is it? Where are my coaches going to sit? Because she hasn't been on Louis Armstrong for years. She's been 1 and 2 in the world, and most of the time she'd be playing on Arthur Ashe. She's trying to figure out where the hell is everybody. Where's everybody sit? Is Nolly wearing the black kit? Probably, yeah. That's been his signature for the week. No bakery, no way. Norrie's super fast, super fit, and can extend rallies. Okay. All right. Well, let's see it. Let's see if Fernandez can push Sabalenka. Let's see. By the way, chat, I spoke about this the other week. There's a YouTube channel called Big Brother Australia, which is playing old episodes of Big Brother from the 2000s. I'm addicted. I love it. Old reality TV is awesome. Early 2000s reality TV was unbeaten. That was such a different time. So much fun. And so original. I love it. Been watching it. I'm just like, it's terrible, but it's great. It's drama. It's like, oh my God, she said this thing about me, or this person they ate too much bread. And you're like, what? But it was funny because back then it was so funny. Now it's like everyone's trying to be trying to start drama. Back then it was just like, early Big Brother was hilarious. I'm nominating this person for 2 points because they just annoy me. And you're like, yeah, all right. It's so funny. Whereas now it's like everyone's trying to start drama and stuff, and it's just boring. It's too much. It's so funny. They just got live stream with season 4. I'm watching that. I remember watching it back then. Ben talked about his retirement post-match. Yeah, I saw a little bit of that. He said that he's not going to he's not going to dwell on it, or he's not going to let it get him too down, which is great. No rules in those days. Now everybody gets offended over nothing. It wasn't so much that. It wasn't that people were wasn't that much. It was more just, I think back then it was like a bunch of people. It didn't seem like it feels like I haven't watched Big Brother for years and I haven't watched any of those shows for a long time. But I think these days they kind of get people that are micro celebrities, or people that get into those shows. It's not authentic. It's not genuine. Where you go, oh, that person's my neighbor. It's like, no, these are just a bunch of influencers, or it's just not the same. Or everyone's trying, everyone who goes on there is trying to get famous, and you're like, ah. Whereas back then, it was just a bunch of people living in a house and you're watching it. You're like, what is this? Bunch of different people from different backgrounds, different age groups, and you're like, this is wild. Whereas now, it's like everyone's trying to be famous, and yeah. And it's hard, how do you do it, make it new, right? I mean, back then it was so, revolutionary, and you're like, wow, bunch of strangers living in a house, what the hell? Whereas now, it's just it's been done to death, and how do you make it interesting? Everybody wants to get famous these days, hence why they go on the show. Yeah. Did you ever watch The Real World way back in the day? No, I didn't, but maybe I should find that too. Still awake, Cam? Of course, always. Always. But yeah, it's really fun watching it because it's all the... it's just such a funny throwback because it's 2005, so you go it's just funny. Such a different the fashion and just the way they talk. It's just so different. Just the topics of conversation as well. It's just what? It's not even it's just hilarious. Are you doing all 4 matches tonight? No. No, I am not. Just these 2 matches, and then maybe the Townsend match as well. I hope Leylah can keep it interesting. Yeah, well, that's going to be it. Can Fernandez fight against the power of Sabalenka? That's going to be the big one. I haven't decided which chat to stay on yet. Okay. You watched 14 hours of tennis yesterday? That's crazy. Hey, Carson, thanks for coming back as a member. Appreciate that. Welcome back. Next tournament we're going to cover. We might do a little bit of Davis Cup over the weekend after the US Open, because Alcaraz and Runa might play, so that could be fun. And then obviously Labour Cup is the big one after that. But yeah, we might watch a little Davis Cup. I'm thinking we might watch a little bit of Davis Cup. So that could be fun. All right. Here we go. Fernandez versus Sabalenka. They played here in a famous match in 2021. Chat, 2021 US Open was wild. It was wild. And this was one of the matches that made it wild. Fernandez beating Sabalenka. The way Sabalenka lost that match, if you remember, back in 2021, Sabalenka's serve was terrible. and it was in that match, it was, you could tell, if you go watch when they played here 4 years ago, you wouldn't even think the same person, Sabalenka. Totally different person. Totally different person, the way she plays. And now, she's just this unbeatable monster that is, serves ridiculously consistent most of the time. Anyways, I'm going to go with Sabalenka I'm going to go I'm going to go straight sets, but I think it's going to be close. I think Leylah will push her, but not beat her. Sabalenka wins the first point, 15-love. 15-love. I just don't see... I think Sabalenka's going to overpower her. I don't know how Leylah's going to defend well enough. You know? All right, there's Leylah in the net again. 30-love. She was double fault to Lenka back then. Yeah, it was a whole different thing. Big Four Barbara is on now. Oh, here we go. She coming back? She's coming back, or is she still in trouble? All right. Djokovic on court against Norrie. All right, double fault from Sabalenka there. 30-15. 30-15. Serve again. Into the form. Back into Fernandez. Fernandez hits it long. 40-15. 40-15. Pre-YouTube and social media, reality TV was real. Yeah. Also, like, early reality TV wasn't like there wasn't that kind of like, I don't know if it happens all the time, but it's 7 gets wide, 40-30. But like, you always hear about how like, oh, the people that are working behind the scenes and like creating the stories by, you know, making, saying things to people and making them react certain ways. You know, it doesn't feel right. Reality is meant to be real, right? I mean, unscripted and raw, and you know, people reacting to things that are happening rather than someone's like trying to plant, you know, say something that, you know, oh, so and so said this about you, and then like things happen from, and you just start drama that way. It's like, it was just like a bunch of people in a house that all they wanted to do was just win the $1 million at the end of the 3 months. Stay in the house long enough to win the $1 million. Wasn't about like, you know, leaving the house as like a celebrity or anything like that. You know, that wasn't, because they didn't know that was a thing, right? Back then, nobody knew that was something that kind of happened. I would love to know, like, especially from Australian point of view, what happened to every single person who went on Big Brother and what they're doing now. I know there's like a couple of people that are like on the radio and they became like, you know, Australian famous, right? But I would like to know. I wonder what all those people did, and what are they up to now? Anyways, slice goes in the forehand of Fernandez. Backhand to backhand now is Sabalenka in trouble at deuce here. Slice goes in to the backhand volley, and it's a winner by Fernandez. Beautiful volley. Advantage Fernandez to take the break. They're all rich and famous now. I very much doubt that. Very much doubt that every single person who left that show is rich and famous. I think most of them went back to their normal lives, and within 6 months to a year were probably forgotten about until the new series came out, and then everyone then they got replaced. Only like 2 or 3 people. Oh, you're joking. Okay, well, that's... be funnier. Terrible joke. Come on now. You're going to make jokes. At least make them funny. All right, advantage Fernandez. To take the break, first game. As the return goes out by Fernandez. Back to deuce. All right, deuce. Boy, Norrie took out Korda. Well, he got a win over Korda in the first round. Korda had to retire. And Norrie then took out Comasagna in a very close 4-setter. The Real World was in the 90s. Initially was good on MTV. Okay. I got to check that out too. Yeah, Big Brother back in 2000s was epic. That was a whole thing. So like a double faults. Advantage Fernandez. Advantage Fernandez. Sabalenka serves. A fault. Second serve. Second serve. Into the forehand of Fernandez. Backhand now from Sabalenka, but no, Fernandez hit it long, and it's back to deuce. Long first game to start us off. And Djokovic, of course, took out Schweider and Tien in the last 2 rounds. All right, Sabalenka deuce. Serves out wide. The return goes in. And then Sabalenka puts away the smash. And it's advantage Sabalenka. Did you ever watch The Biggest Loser Australia? I was obsessed with that show. I think, I did probably for the first season. But I wasn't as into it. It wasn't as interesting. And in hindsight, I don't know if it's I don't know if it's still a thing. I don't think it is. But apparently, you could cheat on that show pretty easily. There was a way that some of them were the weigh-ins. They were water load or carb loading or whatever you want to they were storing water, and then they'd lose weight the next week by just starving or whatever, and it was some weird tactics going on, some very unhealthy tactics. Anyways, deuce. But I think I only watched first season. All right, deuce. And I was into Big Brother, Australian Idol, love that. They were the 2 big ones. All right, Evander Fernandez. This game is going forever. All right, advantage Fernandez. Is it a forehand from Sabalenka into the forehand of Fernandez? Sabalenka forehand. To the backhand of Fernandez. Fernandez is wide. And it's deuce. Did I ever watch The Voice? Not really. Not really. The only singing competition I watched was Australian Idol. Everything after that was kind of didn't really get into it. Deuce. Survivor as well. I love Survivor. And The Amazing Race. Those were the 4. They were the 4 great ones. Forehand winner there for Sabalenka. Advantage Sabalenka. Norrie, by the way, serving first. I've got Djokovic in straights. I reckon Norrie might make him play tiebreak, but I don't think he's going to win a set. I think Djokovic will get it done. 40 love. Amazing Race and Survivor were also epic. Love those. Did I ever watch the first Big Brother in the UK? No, I only watched Australian Big Brother. All right, backhand to forehand rally. Fernandez into the corner, slice from Sabalenka. Fernandez comes in with the volley and puts it away. And we get back to deuce. All right, Norrie wins the first game, 1 love. One zero. Nice start for Norrie. All right, Fernandez and Sabalenka. Is that a 7-minute game? No, sorry, 10-minute game to start the match? The hell? Whereas Djokovic's game was a minute. Well, Norrie's game was a minute. All right, Sabalenka serves again. To just try with the first game. What a marathon. Serve to the forehand, Fernandez. Sabalenka then hits it out. We get back to deuce. Wild times. What the hell? All right, 15 love Djokovic as he hits a forehand. Inside out winner. And it's 30 love. 30 love. Sabalenka serves out wide the backhand of Fernandez. Sabalenka backhand the forward of Fernandez, who Fernandez hits in the net. And it's advantage Sabalenka. Advantage Sabalenka. Djokovic and Norrie just got somewhere else to be. 40 love. Sabalenka finally wins the first game of the match, 1 love. And Djokovic wins the second game of the match and it's 1 all. 1 love Sabalenka, first game, 11 minutes. Lock in. Lock in. Lock in. Okay. First game for Sabalenka. Shelton had to retire his match today. So Manarino won. As it forehand now inside out from Djokovic. Is a winner. Love 15. People trying to find their seats in the Sabalenka-Fernandez match. That first game went forever. All right. Norrie with a forehand. Goes long. Love 30. Love 30. As Norrie serves. And Djokovic return goes long. 15. 15-30. As Norrie goes down the line in the front of Djokovic. Djokovic hit it long. 30-all. Why is the term retired in tennis? Because? Like, what do you mean? You don't like that word? I don't understand. What else would you call it? If not retired, then what? Sabalenka gets a backhand winner. Love 30. Love 30. Did not finish. That's not bad. But DNF sounds a little bit more. DNF. Actually, that's not bad. I don't mind that. That's actually not bad. Forfeit? Did he forfeit? I mean, yeah. He forfeited. Yeah. But it's always retired because usually it means hurt. It doesn't mean like, he, quit or forfeited. Conceded? Yeah, conceded. I mean, all of those words can be used. It's just like the official term is retired. That's the official term. But you can use all those. They make sense. If you used to use all those, what happened to Ben Shelton? He conceded. Okay. He forfeited. Okay. Yeah, that makes all sense. It all makes sense. You can use those terms if you want. But I guess the official term is retired, and that's always been the thing. 15-30. I'm going to serve. Into the net from Fernandez. Second serve by Norrie in trouble. A deuce. Serve into the backhand of Sabalenka. Forehand from Fernandez. And Fernandez hits it out. And it's 15-40. Sabalenka to take the first break. Retire sounds very permanent in my mind, Well, it is permanent because you're not allowed to play the US Open anymore this year. So, like, you retire from the tournament, it means, yeah, you're ineligible to play. You can't come back this year. All right, first breakpoint saved, 30-40. Norrie holds, 1-1. So 2-1, Norrie. 2-1. All right. Breakpoint Sabalenka, 30-40. Fernandez with a serve. As Sabalenka returns the backhand of Fernandez. Forehand from Sabalenka to the backhand again of Fernandez. Fernandez hits it for a winner. And we get to deuce. This is the first time they've played since 2021. Maybe. Let me check. I want to say no, but I will triple check. Yeah, sorry, it is. Yes, they've only played that time. That was the only time they've ever played. It's the only time they've ever played. So it is, yes. It is the first time, and they've only played once. All right, deuce. That's Fernandez forehand to the forehand of Sabalenka. Fernandez gets the free point. Sabalenka in the net. 15 advantage Fernandez. Have I been to the US Open? No, I have not. Not yet. By the way, chat, I've got tennis on 2 screens, and then I've got Big Brother 2006 on another. Season 4. Wait, when was Big Brother Season 4? 2004? $2004. Holy shit, 2004? Big Brother 2004. They used to mess with the housemates way more back then too. Like, what they've done is they've split the house into 2, right? I'll give you a little update. They've split the house into 2. Half the house are living in riches, and the other house are living... and the other house is living... I wouldn't say in poverty. That's not the right term. But they're living, like, really, really strict. Like, they've got to eat, like, the basics, right? They're not allowed to have, like, all the luxury food of the others. Then they've just grabbed 2 people from one side, and they've switched them with 2 of the others. So then 2 of the rich have had to jump over the other side. And one of those ladies has been put on the other side. And then they bring out, oh, by the way, tonight we're eating tacos, and that's her favorite food. I mean, they're just, like, messing with these people. They are straight up, like, manipulating, like, their minds. They don't do... I'm sure they would get in trouble for doing that now. But it's like... They were just, like... They were cruel back then. They're so cruel. Oh, that's your favorite food? Well, how about we move you over there and then we bring it out the next night? How about that? Do you like that? It's cruel. It's full... I don't know who made these decisions, but... That's what made it crazy. They really just like, there was like a real proper experiment. We're going to mess with their minds. We're going to social experiment. We're going to test them out. It's a psychological torture. That's crazy. Anyways, you got 2 tennis matches and a 20-year-old TV show, which is also streaming live on YouTube. Go watch it if you want to. All right, 2-0. Djokovic holds. Navarro's going to a third. Oh, okay. All right. 1-0 for Sabalenka and Fernandez. 30-15, Sabalenka. It's so funny watching this show now because when I watched it, I was a kid, right? So I didn't understand any of this. I was just like, oh, people in a house. I like this person. They're my favorite. But watching it as an adult is way different because you're just kind of looking at like, oh, and you can just see like the different people, like when different situations come up and how they they change their attitudes and stuff. So it's way more interesting to see the psychology of it as an adult. Whereas when you're a kid watching it, you're just like, whatever. This is just like, people doing fun things and people having meltdowns, whatever. But as an adult, you're watching it, you're like, yeah, these people don't, like, there's some, like, serious, like, psychological shit going on. Anyway, Sabalenka 2-1. There's real manipulation and shit. You're like, what the hell? I don't remember it being this crazy. 2-1. Oh, Ada, that sucks. Hopefully you're okay. Hopefully we can keep you company. 15-0. Norrie serves. 2-0. As the return goes to forehand of Norrie. Forehand from Djokovic. The backhand of Norrie. Into the forehand of Djokovic. Again, the backhand of Norrie. Djokovic backhand slice. Into the forehand of Norrie. Again, the backhand slice of Djokovic. Norrie with the forehand again to the backhand of Djokovic. Into the forehand of Norrie as Djokovic forehand on the stretch. Norrie backhand. Again, the forehand of Djokovic. Goes down the line. Norrie gets it back. Djokovic forehand again. Into the backhand of Norrie. Djokovic can't get that one. Norrie in the net. 15-30. 15-30. As Djokovic yelling at himself. I'll tell you this, chat. That's the most animated I've seen Djokovic all week. Him just yelling at the coaches. Chat. They don't like each other. It's 2-2, and Djokovic is already going. Like, that's the most animated we've seen all week. Chat, what were we saying in the last Djokovic match? He looks very tired, or he looks bored. He looks uninterested. Tonight, something has piqued his interest. Because he's going a little bit crazy early, Djokovic. He does not want to be beaten by Norrie. They're not friends. They're not friends. 40-30. The motivation Nole needs is to play Cam Norrie. That's what he needed. See? What's he playing for? To keep beating Norrie. We just need him to play Norrie like 5 times in a row and he'll win this tournament. 40-30. Because this is the most he looked like he cared for the entire week. Like, Djokovic looked bored and uninterested, even when he was down a set in the second round. But now it's 2-0 and he's like getting pissed. And you're like, what? Let's go. This is the Djokovic I want to see. He just don't want to. He's like, I'm not letting this guy beat me. This guy. Not this guy. Not this guy who just smashed at me in Rome one time. Not this guy. Not this guy who stole the first set of me at Wimbledon one time. Not this guy. I don't know what it is. Why did he lie? I don't know why. I mean, look. They just don't get along for some reason. Whatever. I don't know. I don't know what it is. They do have a little history, but something about Norrie just annoys Nole. Maybe his game. Maybe him shouting and like celebrating a lot. I don't know. Who knows? But I'm for it. I don't care what it is, but I'm for it. Because I think it makes it more interesting when Djokovic is animated. All right, 3-2 Norrie. All right. 15-30. Sabalenka looking for the break here. Norrie gets under a lot of players' skin. Yeah. I mean, he's just an irritating player to play, right? Because his game is like, he's got that like unusual style where he looks like, oh, how can I lose to this guy? He doesn't even hit the ball. But he's just got that annoying like game that, and then also he does celebrate a lot. Like he does celebrate a lot. Like, you know, not a lot, but like he'll celebrate it, you know. He's not afraid to say, come on, right? I mean, as Djokovic shows an ace 30 love. But yeah, you know, it's and that's nothing wrong with that. 30 love. Anyways, break points for Sabalenka, 15-40. 15-40. As Oh, sorry, Sabalenka broke. I was watching the wrong screen. Sabalenka broke. 3-1. 40 love Djokovic. All right. All right. 3-0. Three all. As Norrie comes to the net, puts up a smash Djokovic, and Norrie puts it away. And it's 15 love. Norrie's more vocal now, college tennis attitude. Maybe, yeah. Maybe it's that college tennis. I'll tell you, chat, if you think about college tennis players, they do seem to rub people up the wrong way. Shelton, right? Norrie, Collins. Who else is from the college scene that sort of like annoys people? It's just a different competition coming through the college than it is coming through the European and American challenges, right? All right. 30-15 Sabalenka. Yeah, Shelton, Norrie. I'm sure there's others. Brooksby. Navarro. And not that she's like, super, gets on people's nerves, but she's, she doesn't mind backing down. She doesn't back down for a fight. She'll take on Zhang. Yeah, just a different. They bring a different energy, It's a totally different thing. Sound like a 4-1. It's a different way to do to play the tennis and to go about tennis, 4-1 Sabalenka. Norrie's at 30-0 here. As we get a return into the forehand of Norrie. As Djokovic slice. And Norrie puts a drop shot, but Djokovic gets it. And hits a backhand winner, 30-40. Break point for Djokovic, 30-40. All right. Serve now goes the back into Djokovic. Forehand from Norrie. Djokovic forehand on the stretch. Norrie, inside out forehand, is a winner. And he survives. Deuce. All right, deuce. There's a bit of fault from Norrie. Second serve. Second serve. All right. As Norrie wins a point advantage, Norrie. Advantage Norrie to keep the lead. As a return, goes forward to Norrie. Forward now from Djokovic. The back end of Norrie. Norrie hits it long. Back to deuce. Sabalenka 4-1. First game went for 11 minutes. Since then, it's been 20 minutes. And we're up to 4-1. College star athletes get treated like stars, and US gets to their head. I mean, I don't know about that. Maybe. I'm not sure. I'm sure there's players from the college scene that don't have that. All right, deuce. As Norrie serves again. Norrie serves. All right. Serve again. Into the backhand of Djokovic. Forehand now from Norrie. Into the backhand of Djokovic. Is Norrie forehand again. The forehand of Djokovic. Norrie into the backhand of Nole. Into the backhand again from Norrie. Djokovic forehand to the forehand of Norrie. Into the backhand of Djokovic. Norrie forehand again to the backhand of Djokovic. As Norrie backhand cross court. Djokovic gets it. Norrie down the line. But he overhits it. Advantage. Djokovic. To get the break. All right, advantage Djokovic. All right, 40-15 here for Fernandez to just stay in touch. Sabalenka in the net. And Fernandez holds. 4-2, Sabalenka. Did Leylah used to wear a visor? No. Headband? No. Sabalenka used to wear a headband. Which seems wild now because when she wore a headband till like 2022, I think. She used to be famous for the headband. But now she doesn't rock the headband at all. She hasn't for a while. All right, advantage Djokovic, Norrie forehand. Into the backhand of Djokovic. He hits a drop shot. Norrie gets it with a slice drop shot back. Djokovic gets it with a lob. Norrie's going to run back. Hit a backhand lob as Djokovic with a smash. Puts it away. There's the break. Okay. Djokovic breaks first. 4-3. Leylah is a visor girl, but it's nighttime, so maybe she's not wearing one today. But does she usually wear? I don't know. Maybe I'm confused. Cam needs to give Cam a pep talk. Why? Norrie is a Brit with the spirit of a Kiwi. Yeah, we already went through this. Remember, we went through it last time when we watched Norrie. He was born in South Africa, then moved to New Zealand with his parents, who are from the UK. And then they moved from New Zealand when he was like 16 or something, or 14, and moved back to the UK, and he then adopted British. So his parents are British. He just doesn't have the accent because he was brought up in a country where the accent was different. But if you broke down his DNA, he's not from New Zealand. His heritage isn't New Zealand. His parents are from like Wales or something. So he is British. He was just born in New Zealand and sounds like from New Zealand and South Africa because he was raised in those places. But he is, both parents are from the UK. So, they just lived in New Zealand, And he did play for New Zealand, I think, in the juniors. I think we worked that out last time. He played for the New Zealand in the juniors, but he, I think after a year of juniors, he went, I'm going to play for the UK. Probably because there's a bit more funding in the UK. Even though there's not that many good, big names in the UK. Murray was huge at the time. But New Zealand probably don't have as big of a tennis focus, and there's not as much opportunity in tennis in New Zealand as there is for the UK, right? Because look at how many players are coming out of the New Zealand, in comparison. There's a reason for that. But also probably, logistically, it's probably better to live in the UK and travel Europe to learn, or like he went to college, right? So he went to I think Texas, University of Texas, I think. Love 15. We know the whole Norrie backstory. It is actually kind of interesting though. It is an interesting backstory. How he went from being born in he was born in one continent, lived in another, and then plays for another, and then studied in a whole. He's like 4 different continents he covers. I don't know if New Zealand's considered a continent as part of Australia or a part like around that area, but I guess it's Oceania, maybe technically, not a continent. Is New Zealand on a continent or is it just an island? I'm disrespecting the shit out of New Zealand. I'm so sorry. I love New Zealand. New Zealand's a lovely place, and I'd live there if I could. Is New Zealand a part of a continent, or is it just on its own? It's just, part of Oceania, which is a part of the Australia is a continent, but it's part of like Oceania, which is like the broader Australia and everything around it. Anyways, Norrie puts in the net and Djokovic holds 5-3. When did they change Oceania to a continent? Because Australia was always the continent. They must have done that when they said that Pluto wasn't a planet. They must have done it at the same time. Makes sense though, because New Zealand and all those islands that are around Australia that are not technically Asia, it should be part of a broader part of the world. I'm oceanic. That sounds exotic. I'm oceanic. Nice. Anyways, I'm gonna start using that. Where are you from, Oceania? 15 love. Norrie serving to stay in the set. Have I been in New Zealand? Yeah, I've been in New Zealand. I went last year. It's lovely. All right. Sabalenka 5-3. She's serving for the set. Fault second serve. As a return goes in the forehand of Sabalenka. Sabalenka over hits it. And it's 15. I love 15. As Djokovic puts up a lob. Norrie with a volley, but Djokovic volleys it back. Norrie with a passing shot goes long. Great rally, Norrie. Good reactions. 30-15. Have I been to Old Zealand? No. Wait, maybe I have. Where's Old Zealand? Is that in Europe somewhere? All right, 15 all. As a return goes in the backhand of Fernandez. Suddenly a backhand to the forehand. Fernandez. There's a backhand again from Sabalenka. And Fernandez in the net with a forehand. 30-15. As Norrie gets to 40-15. Djokovic, by the way, just stretching his back out. Lower back. Djokovic has a lower back concern. Yeah, he's grabbing his back. Like his lower back. And his hip. It's almost like his hip. He's stretching. He's trying to stretch it out. Umpire's calling the trainer. All right, Djokovic is sore. All right. 40-15, Sabalenka, 2-set points to take the first set. Yeah, Djokovic trying to stretch out his left. It's his left side. Is it a serve out wide? Is it a fault? It's a conserve. Second serve. Second serve, Sabalenka. As the return goes into the forehand of Sabalenka. Fernandez slice down the line. Sabalenka backhand. Fernandez can't get it. All right. Sabalenka 6-3 first set. Old Zealand is the Netherlands. I thought so. Because I know like there's a lot of places that in Australia were... I mean, Australia was partly... Wasn't it divided in half? And half of it was... The Netherlands owned it? Like the Dutch had owned half of Australia? Is that how... I don't even know my own country's history. I think so, right? Like this, like half of it was like divided into two halves. I think. Anyways, trainers out for Djokovic. And he's talking about his, it's almost like lower back, like hip area for Djokovic. I think it was discovered, was the British who discovered it? Yeah, Van Diemen's Land. Wasn't that what Australia was called? I know, well, yeah, I mean, discovered. It's a loose term, but yeah, Australia, like, Britain did come to Australia, but I think maybe gave half of it to the Netherlands. I don't know. I don't know how it works out. Anyways, Djokovic is getting a medical timeout off the court before he served for the set. So he's getting treatment on a back issue, it looks like a side back issue. So he's left the court, and he is going to figure it out. Djokovic out of the court. Yep, he left the court. He left the court. So Norrie's just chilling. Sabalenka won the first set 6-3. Djokovic is going to try and serve the first set. Fernandez serving first in the second. As that goes out by Fernandez, Sabalenka, 15-love. But he's usually doing miraculous tennis after medical time. Maybe. Injuries just won't leave him. Yeah, well, that's the thing. And you know, we've spoken about this many times. He might only want to play slams, but when you don't play for you know 2 months and then play a Grand Slam at 38 years old, it's going to affect you. Even last year, though. Last year, he played between Wimbledon and the US. This is the first year, I think, in a long time that he hasn't played between Wimbledon and the US, right? He played Cincinnati before that. He played Canada before that at times. Last year, he played the Olympics between. So, to rock up to the US Open and not have any matches between Wimbledon and now, I mean, again, at this age, maybe is a risk. When you think it might be maybe not playing as much might be a good thing, but not having any warm-ups and then coming straight into a best of 5 sets, maybe muscles are going to get sore, you know. Hopefully it's nothing serious, though. Hopefully he gets it wrapped or fixed. But hopefully it's nothing serious. All right. 30-15, Fernandez backhand. Into the forehand of Sabalenka. Fernandez with a forehand to the backhand of Sabalenka. Into the forehand of Fernandez. Sabalenka forehand cross. Sabalenka at the net now with a volley is a winner. 30-0. 30-0. 30-0. 30-0. As Sabalenka eventually hits that one out. And it's 40-30, first game of the second. Oh, 40-30. Sabalenka hits a slice in the net. Fernandez 1-love in the second. 1-0. All right. Bye. Bye. Bye, James Elliott. Everybody wave goodbye to James Elliott, who made an account 1 month ago for some reason. Where are you going, James? Don't leave. All right, Sabalenka serving, 1-love. Friday night, people are getting shit-faced. Both of those... 4 drinks between 2 people, that is at least $100 worth of alcohol. 2 drinks, 1 in each hand. They're getting loose. They're getting loose tonight. They're getting loose. They know Townsend's coming up next. They know they're ready to party. They're like, we got to down these drinks before she comes on so we can start getting rowdy. Poor Andreeva, she's going to deal with a whole different crowd tonight. You thought Roland Garros was bad. Just wait until you get drunk New York. Woo. Gonna get crazy. $23 a drink? 4 drinks? That's madness. 4? Dude must have got paid this morning or something. It was payday. I'm rich. I got paid today. We spent it all the rent. Anyways, Djokovic serving for the first set. He's got a 5-4 lead. And he's back on court. Forehand goes in the backhand of Norrie into the forehand of Djokovic. Norrie backhand. The forehand of Djokovic is Norrie with the forehand of the stretch. Djokovic backhand is a drop shot, but it's in the net. Love 15. Love 15. As the backhand goes into the forehand of Djokovic. Backhand and Norrie again. The forehand of Djokovic. Norrie on the stretch. And Djokovic backhand down the line. Norrie with a passing shot in the net. 15 all. As Sabalenka falls down and hits it out. 40-30. Fernandez wins the point. As Norrie returns the backhand of Djokovic. Norrie slice return is short. Djokovic puts it away. 30-15. 30-15. 40-15. Djokovic does again. A fault. Second serve. As the return goes to front of Norrie. Djokovic back in down the line. Norrie slice. Djokovic now to the front of Norrie. Again, the back end of Djokovic down the line. Norrie backhand crossed. Into the front of Djokovic. Norrie with the backhand in the net. It's 40-15. Djokovic to take the first set. $40-15. $40-15. As we default second serve. As a return from Norrie goes to Font Djokovic. Norrie flying with the stretch. Djokovic with a slice down the middle. Norrie runs around into Font inside out, but it's wide. Djokovic takes the first 6-4. But it wasn't without issue. All right. 6-4 Djokovic. He wins the first set, but he also picked up some injury in the back. And doesn't have any tape on him, but he must have got a... Well, he got an off-court medical timeout, so he obviously had something going on. And that was an issue. But he won the first set, so that helps. I was there Friday, Saturday, and they have these Moet drinks. And the cheapest ones are $46. And I think one was $80. That's insane. That's crazy. I guess the thing is, don't drink at the tennis. Save your money. And don't drink. Go out for a nice dinner and then go to the tennis. That's what you should do. Don't spend money while you're there, because that's expensive. All right, Fernandez holds 2-1. Doctor coming back out for Djokovic. Is that what's happening? I think that's what's happening. Norrie is asking whether or not Djokovic is allowed to have more treatment. And that's a valid question. And Norrie, Djokovic is saying, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. He's like, I don't need training. Norrie's not letting Djokovic get away with this. Norrie's like, hang on, he can't have a medical timeout again. And Djokovic is like, yeah, all right, I'll get a change of ends next time. Norrie's not letting Norrie get away with nothing. And the trainer's been called back. Go back into the... Oh, no. Hey, Norrie's like, hey, there are rules. Norrie's not having it. He's like, you know what? You won the first set. You can keep playing. And you wonder why they're not friendly. You wonder why they're not letting each other get away with stuff. Norrie's like, hey, you know what? You got to play the rules with like everybody else. I don't care how many Grand Slams you won. 15 love. Is it a back and Djokovic down the line? Into the slice of Norrie. Djokovic forehand. In the back of Norrie. Norrie in the net. 15-all. And Norrie's like, I don't care. You're not getting the trainer out on court if you don't. We got time limits here. you got 2 minutes between change of ends. If they're not out here already, you're too late. I'm ready to serve. You better be ready for me. Fair enough. Hey, look, Norrie. Hey, look, it's a risky move because Djokovic could get pissed off and take it out on you, but Norrie isn't standing his ground. He's like, I don't care if you're the best player of all time or if you played, you barely played a game, or I'm playing you in a park. It's same rules. All right, 30-15. Serve to the forehand. Djokovic return. The back of Norrie. Djokovic forehand to the forehand of Norrie. And Norrie hits it for a winner. 40-15. 30 love by Leylah Sabalenka. All right, 40 love as she tries to level. Norrie holds 1 love in the second. All right, 40-15 Sabalenka. Sabalenka to level the second. As it goes in there by Sabalenka, 40-30. As Sabalenka serves again. (40-30). Serving to the backhand of Fernandez. 4 now from Sabalenka, too strong. It's 2-0. 2-2. Two all. All right, 30 love Djokovic. Why did the screen go darker? I don't know. What screen? This one? Is that what you're talking about? Or you mean on the TV? What do you mean? 30 love Djokovic. As Norrie returns into the backhand of Djokovic. Norrie forehand in the net. 40 love. Magic. 40 love. Djokovic to level the second. Djokovic serves again. Forehand goes down the line from Norrie. That's a winner. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. Fernandez at 15-0 here. She serves. And she wins a point with the serve. 30-15. 30-15. That's Fernandez, 40-15. Good serving again. (40-15). As Fernandez serves again to take the lead in the second. Serve to the back of Sabalenka, forehand out from Fernandez. Sabalenka forehand to the back of Fernandez. into the backhand of Sabalenka. Fernandez forehand on the stretch. And Sabalenka forehand to the backhand of Fernandez. Again, the forehand of Sabalenka. Fernandez backhand again. Down the line, Sabalenka slice. Fernandez volley is a winner. 3-2. Fernandez holds. Norrie, by the way, he's up 2-1. Djokovic got the trainer again. Djokovic got the trainer out again. Asking questions. Now, he's allowed to have an assessment in the change event. So he's having his back rubbed, basically. He's having his back rubbed. So it is like left side of his lower back. And he's taken some painkillers as well. So it's definitely bothering him. It is bothering him a lot. Hey, somebody proposed to somebody in the crowd. That's lovely. Yay, good for them. Did she say yes, though? She said yes. Yay! She said yes. They're wearing all black as well. Yay! Good work. Good job. And they're on the TV. Change of ends. Ah, that's lovely. She's crying her eyes out. He's smiling his face off. Ah. Yay! Who said there was no love in tennis? Who said that, chat? They lied. Big dub. Big W. Sabalenka and Fernandez like, can we play now? they're like, I mean, not even a little round of applause from the players. They're like, we're trying to play. You stole our moment. What the hell are you doing? Sabalenka's like, can I serve now? Damn it. Hurry up. Get off that knee. Sit back down. All right, 3-2. Fernandez. Sabalenka forehand to the back of Fernandez. Back in Sabalenka. Goes wide. Love 15. All right, love 15. Sabalenka serves again. Is it a forehand of backhand rally? Fernandez with a drop shot. Sabalenka's going to get there with the backhand slice. She hits a drop shot back. And then Fernandez in the net. 15-all. 15-all. Sabalenka serves again. 7 to the forehand of Fernandez. Return goes in the forehand of Sabalenka. Sabalenka hits it out, though. And it's 15-30. Djokovic at 40 love, by the way. All right, 15-30. Sabalenka serves again. Is it a backhand for Sabalenka? The backhand Fernandez. Fernandez is wide. 30-all. Djokovic holds, by the way. 2 games all. In the second. What was Djokovic doing at Alcaraz's age? I don't know. Lovely drop shot from Norrie. And then Norrie gets it, but Djokovic was too quick. Oh, no, Norrie got there and missed it, did he? Oh, bad miss by Norrie. Anyways, 30-all. As Fernandez hits a return winner. 30-40. Break point Fernandez. $30-40. Sabalenka serves a fault. Second serve. Second serve, Sabalenka. Into the forehand, Fernandez. Return goes the forehand, Sabalenka. Fernandez backhand on the stretch is in the net. We get the deuce. Sabalenka too good. All right, deuce. Sabalenka serves a fault. Second serve. Sabalenka with a strong serve. On the second, gets to advantage. Advantage Sabalenka. As she serves a fault. Second serve. Serving to the forehand of Fernandez. Sabalenka goes the backhand. Fernandez goes in the net. And it's 3-3 in the second as Norrie gets the 3-2. He leads. Why is Norrie looking for Nadal, looking like Nadal for 2 points here? Because he is. Didn't you know that? ...2001 vibes from Leylah? Okay. I have a question. What happened to the Mexican player who played against Keys? Zarazua, I think she lost. I can't remember who she lost to, but she lost in the last round. In the second round, sorry. As we're back in slice from Sabalenka, the forehand Fernandez. Sabalenka slice again. Into the forehand Fernandez. Sabalenka on the stretch. Can't get it. Fernandez, too good. 15-love. Oh, she lost to parry. That's it, yeah. Lost to parry in yesterday's second round. 15-love. Serving to the back end of Sabalenka. For now from Fernandez is the winner. 30-love. $30-love. $30-love. Fernandez gets a short ball but hits it in the net. 30-15. $30-15. As Fernandez serves again. Into the backhand, Sabalenka. Volley. Fernandez is a winner. And it's 40-15. As Norrie hits in the net. 15-love. Big for Barbara. What a fighter. Did she win? There's no way that Krejcikova won, right? 3-3 in the third. Okay. Mahatch won the first set as well. Big for Barbara, man. She's gonna do it. You know what's happening. You know what it is. You know the drill. We've seen this before. Anyway, it's 15-love. Djokovic serves. Djokovic serves. This year's top half is stacked. Oh, yeah. As we had a forehand from Norrie into the forehand of Djokovic. Norrie with a slice. Djokovic hits it back. Norrie slice again. Into the forehand of Djokovic, who overhits it. 15-0. Fernandez, by the way, holds, and she gets fired up. Trying to get the crowd fired up as well. 4-3 Fernandez in the second. Trying to use that crowd. Could you give a broke? Oh, God. It's happening. It's happening. Oh, no. How cold is it there? It's cold enough. All right, 30 love. Djokovic serves the 5-second serve. All right, second serve. Djokovic. Double fault. 30-15. As the return goes out by Norrie, 40-15. Djokovic to level the second. And he says an ace. All right, Djokovic levels 3-0. 3-all. All right, 3-3. All right, that's 4-3. Sabalenka for the forehand cross-court winner. 15 love. 15 love. Serve again. As that goes out from Fernandez. 30 love. No love for Navarro? What do you mean? All right, 30 love. Sabalenka serves. The return goes out from Fernandez. 40. Oh, no, that was a double fault. Sorry. 30-15. Sabalenka making errors. Also, love 30. Djokovic looking for the... Wait, did that go in by Fernandez? Oh, it went in. She shanked it in. And Sabalenka just stood there and watched it. What the hell? All right. 30-15. That was a strange point. Sabalenka just stood there and Fernandez shanked a winner. Love 40 Djokovic, by the way, to take a break in the second. All right, first serve was a fault by Sabalenka. Second serve. Serving to the forehand of Fernandez. Return goes in the back of Sabalenka. Fernandez forehand to the forehand of Sabalenka. That goes out by Sabalenka. 30-0. Fernandez looking to break. All right, 15-40. So the backhand now from Norrie. Up goes a lob by Djokovic. Norrie with a smash. And Djokovic can't get it. 30-40. 2 saved. All right, 30-0. So 30-40, Djokovic with a break point. As with a 4-4 rally. Now back from Norrie to the back of Djokovic. Djokovic in the net. We get the deuce. And Norrie with a big shout. You know that pisses people off. When you hit a backhand in the net and can't break, and then your opponent screams in your face, that's annoying. But Norrie doesn't care. All right, deuce. Sabalenka, by the way, 40-30. Sabalenka serves. Is that a double fault? Deuce. All right, deuce. All right, deuce. By the way, chat, has anyone figured out how to clone people yet? Because if we can do that, that'd be really handy. That way I can watch all the matches at the same time. Over multiple, you come to me with cloning technology, we'll watch every single match. All right, advantage Sabalenka. I'm doing my best. I'm watching 2 matches. Isn't that enough? Isn't that enough? All right, backhand forehand return in the net by Fernandez, and it's 4-0. Sabalenka holds. 4-4. Norrie with the advantage, by the way, after having multiple break points in this game. There's a return from Djokovic in the forehand. Norrie, Djokovic forehand. Goes long. Norrie holds. 4-3. 4-3. Your clone might take your Danishes. I'm just going to have to do it like in the Prestige. Just going to have to fight my clone for the Danish. I'm sitting there scoping out the Danish competition. I see my clone. You know where he's going down. We're fighting to the death. There can only be one. 15 love, Fernandez. And if my clone is watching right now, I see you. Don't you dare come for my Danish. 15 love. As Fernandez serves an ace. 30 love. 30 love. 30 love. That's Fernandez with a forehand to the forehand of Sabalenka. Fernandez with the backhand. Into the backhand of Sabalenka. Fernandez on the stretch, can't get it. 30-15. 30-15. $30-15. Fernandez serves again. It's a fault. Second serve. $30-15 as Fernandez serves. Into the forehand of Sabalenka. Fernandez with the backhand to the forehand of Sabalenka. Into the backhand of Fernandez. Sabalenka backhand. Into that Fernandez forehand, but Fernandez in the net. And it's 30-all. Sabalenka wants this break. 30-all. $30-all. As Fernandez comes to the net and wins the point, 40-30. 40-30. 40-30. As Fernandez serves. The backhand, Sabalenka in the net. Fernandez keeps in front. 5-4 in the second. Sabalenka is going to serve to stay in the set. All right. Djokovic. 30-15. Serves nice. 40-15. (40-15). As Djokovic serves a let. (40-15). As Djokovic losing the point. 40-30. (40-30). One in the chat if you're here. There's a bit of fault. Second serve. Second serve. Djokovic to level this second set. Sabalenka winning the first point. 15-love. As Djokovic forehand into the backhand of Norrie. Djokovic backhand again to the backhand of Norrie. Into the forehand of Djokovic. Norrie backhand inside out. Djokovic gets on the stretch. Norrie backhand again to the backhand of Djokovic. Into the forehand of Norrie as Djokovic to the backhand again on the stretch. Goes to the forehand of Norrie. Norrie hits it wide. Djokovic holds 4-4. 4-all. All right, Sabalenka 15-0. And she hits it cross court for a winner. 30-15. As the return goes into the forehand of Sabalenka. Backhand now from Fernandez in the net. 40-15. Is Fernandez not tired from her match with Venus? Probably not. She plays doubles and singles a lot of the time, so she's pretty used to it. Sabalenka holds 5-5. 5-all. All right. 5-all. Fernandez serves. As Sabalenka hits it out. And it's 15-love. (15-love). Norrie 40-15, by the way. He's doing well in the second set here. That goes out by Fernandez, 15-0. 15-0. Krejcikova won? That's huge. $15-0. As with a fault from Fernandez. Second serve. Second serve. There's been a let from Norrie at 40-30s. He tries to take the lead again as Fernandez is a lovely drop volley winner, 30-15. Beautiful shot, Fernandez. 30-15. All right. Anyways, Norrie holds 5-4, second set. As Fernandez tries to stay in front, and that goes out by Sabalenka, and it's 40-15. All right. Fernandez holds 6-5. 6-5. And Norrie 5-4. All right. Djokovic serving to stay in the second set. All right. Djokovic serves a fault, second serve. Double fault Djokovic. Love 15. Love 15. Love 15 as we get another fault from Norrie. Second serve. Second serve. Into the back of Norrie. Good return. Djokovic gets it back with a forehand cross court. Norrie slices it back into the forehand of Djokovic. As Norrie with a pass goes wide. And it's 15-0. 15-all. 15 all. $30 love Sabalenka, by the way. Forehand. To the backhand of Djokovic, Norrie in the net, 30-15. $30-15. $30-15. As Djokovic is another double fault. 30 all. And Djokovic has another fault. Second serve. Also, Sabalenka's a 30 all as well. What's going on? As a return goes in the backhand, Djokovic. Norrie with a passing shot. Djokovic volleys it. Norrie's got it. Djokovic volleys it away for a winner. 40-30. Sabalenka also wins a point, 40-30. Norrie had two chances there to pass Djokovic, but he just didn't do enough with the passing shot. 40-30, Djokovic. Djokovic serves down the tee. An ace. All right, Djokovic holds. And he goes to 5-all. Sabalenka also holds, and she gets to 6-5. All right. Okay. Sabalenka, 18 wins, 2 losses in tiebreaks this year. What the hell? And Djokovic is the winner down the line. He's trying to finish this second set now. Love 15. He's done enough. He has had enough. All right, 15-0. Norrie hanging on. Also, Sabalenka's already got the mini break. 1 love. As with a 4 now from Sabalenka to the front of Fernandez. And Fernandez hits a lovely shot. That is a crazy winner from Fernandez. 1-0. All right. 1-1. Yeah, what a crazy volley from it was like a drive volley mid-court winner from Fernandez, which was ridiculous. Anyways, 40-15, Norrie, as he looks to get back in the lead. All right, 2-1 though, Sabalenka. It's crazy how these matches are very, very close in score. As Fernandez hits a fault, second serve. Second serve. The double fault. All right, 2-1. So 3-1. Sabalenka. 3-1. Djokovic hits the wide. All right, 6-5. Norrie takes the lead again. It's a huge second set for Norrie. If he could take it and push Djokovic out 4 sets, that'd be something. Show me the forehand Sabalenka. Backhand at Fernandez. Into the forehand Sabalenka. So Fernandez backhand. Down the line goes wide. 4-1 Sabalenka. Just got the double mini break now. 4-1. 4-1. Mahatch, by the way, is up a set and a break. 4-1 Sabalenka. Winners of these matches, by the way. Winner of the ladies' match will play Buksha. Winner of the men's match will play Struff. As Sabalenka forehand cross court winner, 5-1 Sabalenka. Don't even think about it. Don't even try. 5-1 Sabalenka. 2 points away from a straight sets win and to make it to the 4th round without dropping a set. Five, 1. Sabalenka serves again. Serve. Ace out wide. All right. 5 match points for Sabalenka. 5 match points. Five match points, Sabalenka, to put herself in the 4th round. Fernandez serves. Into the forehand of Sabalenka. Fernandez forehand. Into the back of Sabalenka. Fernandez with a backhand cross court. And Sabalenka gets with a forehand, but it's wide. 6-2. 6-2 Sabalenka. Fernandez serves again. Match point number 2 for Sabalenka. Fernandez serves. Djokovic trying to get to a tiebreak. Serve Fernandez. The backhand of Sabalenka. Backhand Fernandez. Into the backhand of Sabalenka. Fernandez gets it back. To the forehand of Sabalenka. Fernandez backhand again. The forehand of Sabalenka. As Fernandez goes down the line. Sabalenka with a slice. Fernandez gets it. Comes to the net. Sabalenka with a passing shot. And I think it went in. Sabalenka wins. Sabalenka wins with a ridiculous final shot where she slipped over, fell down, did the splits, and hit a winner. Because why not? She's number 1 in the world. She can do whatever she wants. All right. GG's. Great passing shot, Sabalenka. That's how you finish your tiebreak. Djokovic, he gets a 40 love. All right, Sabalenka ends the match. Ridiculous. And she's into the 4th round. Defending champion will take on Buksha, who we watched a couple of days ago against Eala. So the person that made a smart-ass comment, we will be watching Buksha. So, haha. Your prayers have been answered. You're welcome. You are welcome. Okay, 40 love. Djokovic with a forehand slice. Norrie gets it. Djokovic puts it in the open court for a winner. We're going to a tiebreak. Now, if you want to keep watching the match between Djokovic and Norrie, you're going to have to come over here. Whoops, that's the wrong way. Don't click the link. If you're in the Djokovic stream, shut up. Don't do it. Sorry, wrong way. Wrong one. That's not what's happening. We're getting the Djokovic match. Sabalenka stream. Come over here. There we go. That's better. All right, jump on over here. We're going to merge the streams to make it easy for me and everybody else. But great win by Sabalenka. She's into the fourth round. She'll play Bookshaw in a couple of days. Come watch Djokovic Norrie. Tiebreak, second set.